Hey, cool, you're interested. I like that. Keep up the good work. I've never been one to do things in a limited way, and people claim I'm unleashable. Okay? I'm also known as the expert generalist and full-time catalyst. The reason for that label on me might be because at a tender young age of 9, I became a king and a serf on the same day. But more on that topic when you elect to go behind this curtain for free. Are you starting to get a sense of iJustTalk? I hope so. When you go in behind the curtain, even for free, you'll see how I'm using Kartra to showcase its tremendous power and to demonstrate many of the skills you need. Juicy nuggets of fun stuff, the tease of good storytelling, the skill of writing great copy. Tantalizing, isn't it? You can just taste it. I put this together just for you, so you should listen. It couldn't hurt. You know, at least you'd find out how someone can become a king and a serf simultaneously at 9 years old, and maybe you'd also learn how to stop throwing away your money needlessly. Okay, so here's the deal. The upcoming story is not too long and it's pretty good, so stick around. There's a point to all of this. You see, I probably had far fewer advantages than you've had in your life to date. And that's about to change for your betterment. Hopefully, as you go on this free ride, you'll pick up some really good life-enhancing stuff. So you want the backstory? Here it comes. My life decisions are responsible for a fantastic $2 billion ripple effect. No silver spoon. Quite the contrary, both of my parents immigrated from Europe, Poland, my dad, and Italy, my mom, specifically because of the invasions of their countries in World War II. Bullets were flying everywhere, bombs. It's not good. Their formal education was badly disrupted around 3rd grade. They had to dodge the trouble. They learned to learn on their own. And since I'm firstborn, I learned English from the other kids in the neighborhood. Brought words home to teach my parents and siblings and been teaching ever since. I'm alive because of the U.S. military. Without them, both my parents would have perished or at the very least never met. So, at 18, I went into the U.S. Air Force and got a properly efficient and wonderful 4-year equivalent degree in electronics. That also turned me into an inventor. We'll talk about some of my inventions. Because of being a serf since I was 9 years old, I was extremely accustomed to self-discipline and accomplishing man's work early on, physical, hard man's work. Because of being a king since I was 9 years old, I applied that U.S. Air Force electronics knowledge and started a computer assembly line, building those computers, retailing them, programming them, and also consulting. I was forced into consulting because nobody knew anything about it. This is back in 1976. And it was before the mouse, the monitors, the keyboard, the PCs, tablets, or smartphones. I now speak 8 languages, but all of them are computer languages. Ones and zeros are my favorite words. Some claim I'm responsible for a $2 billion ripple effect. Some say more than that, which is kind of cool. I make no claims. I don't need to. I had fun the entire time and never really felt that I worked even with 15-hour days at 6 and 7 weeks at a time. Always had a blast. And for these last 41 high-tech years, created multiple nationally dominant products and services. I claim that I'm the luckiest guy in any room, probably 96.37% of the time. And I'll tell you why, because you need to know. On average, for every year I worked, I took an entire year off too, but in clusters, work a while, take time off for a while, to live life for a while. Being on the treadmill has never been part of my plan. Is staying on the treadmill part of your plan? Now, I've been a consultant to Ford and GM and NASA. various presidents and loads of people I've never met. At multi-million-dollar companies, C-level executives of every stripe explained their worst problems and if they could possibly be created, what their best perceived solutions would be in their perfect world, their company. Then they paid me to bridge the company from their worst situation that they currently had to their best possible scenario that they really, really wanted. Well, naturally, these top performing executives had no choice. They had to tutor me every step of the way so that I could actually produce a software solution that they wanted for their ideal world, a well-run company. I absorbed that information. I absorbed professional sales techniques along the way because many of these companies wanted vast improvements in sales. So after having multiple serious companies with serious national sales team find out that I had a knack for professional sales training and was good at teaching others, so I did that too and got paid to do that as well, which is great. This is why I'm the luckiest guy. This tutoring gave me a quadruple PhD in real practical business process, not academic theory. Now, along the way, made a lot of money, gave a lot away, because very early on, I recognized that once you know how to make money, you can always make more. Always. Created 3 nonprofits, and one of them helps hundreds of Tibetan orphans become the scholars of their country each year. And together, we need to apply that secret Tibetan sauce to our broken American education system. Personally, I'm sick and tired of seeing our kids in America dropping in scholastic ranking every single year. It's been happening annually for the last 2 decades, maybe more. But I don't want it to continue. No more. Not on my watch. I'm going to get involved. It's time to get this mess straightened out. There are 34 other countries that prove we are doing it wrong, and we should learn from them. Okay? That's my gift. I learned from people that were doing it wrong but knew there was a better way. And in a commercial world, that's what happens. You strive to do everything better. Governments are not like that. It's we the people that need to change this. And I'll show you how using Kartra professionally is going to help get that done tool. I pride myself on the art of doing favors and BeKwaz technique, both of which you have, you're going to have a chance to learn for free. Apparently, all of this is in the stars. As a young teenager, every year, my mother kept buying these custom horoscopes for me. And dang, no matter where she got these things from, they had one thing in common. Naturally, I scoffed at all of them, but they said I do many important things, travel widely, and in the end, become a great educator. Okay? And I have. I've done all those things so far. And maybe these horoscopes subconsciously affected me. Maybe it's in the stars. But here I am doing exactly what they said I'd be doing with iJustTalk and KartraPro. I have the best business partners ever in a half a dozen businesses, most of which can help you personally. And I'm happy to bring them on iJustTalk and just help you. You'll learn how to structure deals. It's an important skill that a lot of business people don't have. Now, I'm BHAG driven, B-H-A-G, big, hairy, audacious goals, okay? And the biggest of which is getting all 7.4 billion humans to agree on this 4th thing. Allow me to help you become part of my next BHAG. I'm shooting for a very positive $10 billion ripple effect, and I'm sure we can do it while taking care of orphans in Tibet and stepping up to help children in the USA, or anywhere actually, learn more effectively, and showing you how from absolute scratch, and I mean from absolute zero. If it was a temperature, we're talking about pretty close to minus 450 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 270 degrees Celsius. From zero, you can watch the flailing and fledgling attempts that I'll use to build every bit of what's been mentioned. From a zero list, zero website, zero emails, starting point. And I did this on purpose because I want to take you along for the ride. And I'm going to end up spinning the tires until they smoke and speed down this road. Now, how I hope to use my MWD honorarium and employ hundreds of people and hopefully thousands of people before 2020 rolls around. All the while, helping you, at the very least, with free knowledge. With topics that will save you a ton of money, without you needing to scrimp one bit. And won't be asking for a penny to teach you unless you want to splurge for the more advanced stuff at $1 a day. If you get a whole year, it'll be even cheaper. Some of you will eventually, hopefully, want the really advanced stuff, like the $60,000 a year mastermind program. Some of you, I'm going to ask you to partner with me. That's what I do. If you're not already doing over $1 million a year, please just take my stuff for free. Please. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the inside. If you are making money already and need to know how to make money faster and faster, just take me up on the $1 a day opportunity to watch the flurry of behind-the-scene activity. I'll be applying everything I've ever learned to making these BHAGs happen. You know, just yesterday I was talking to a very talented finance guy, and I spoke with him for about 90 minutes. At the end, he went silent for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then he said, and I quote, "I learned more about business in this one call than in all 4 years in college." And I got to tell you, that actually floored me. But I keep hearing things like that. People keep signaling me that I need to teach what I've learned in my extremely lucky and amazing career. And often been told that I have a gift of using metaphors and examples to make technical topics relatable instead of confusing. Maybe that's why he said it, because he was being taught in a different way. I named my company iJustTalk because people keep asking me to talk. Apparently, when I start to output, people that want to learn actually do. Probably because when I started my computer career, people were very, very threatened by computers and were sure that they would be replaced by them. The problem, everyone I taught had absolutely no idea what a computer actually did, and certainly had no idea how it could do what it was accomplishing. Lots of really cute little blue-haired ladies that did everything on ledger paper with a pencil. And if you can teach them, brothers and sisters, you can teach anybody. And I had fun doing it. Remember, starting today, I'm doing all of this world-changing stuff from scratch. From zero. When you click Teach Me, you can watch this process from absolute scratch and watch how each attempt to get all humans to agree on the fourth thing happens is made, what tools I'll use, how and why I use them, how I go from an uber behind-the-scenes guy to personally having worldwide authority and reach, how I'll write a best-selling book about this BHAG process all at the same time. Crazy, right? Then while I'm at it, together we'll test another crazy BHAG. It involves you. I'm asking you and everyone out there for something fun. An introduction introduce me to 6 of my personal heroes and assist me in arrangements to meet them. So you folks out there that might be running in the circles of Elon Musk, Sir Richard Branson, Story Musgrave, Ginny Romanetti, Chai Ying Wang, and Adina Friedman. Hey, everybody and anybody, if you or a personal friend of yours know them personally, please do me a favor and let them know I'd love to meet them, even virtually. I've got a standing offer to meet the Dalai Lama because of my assistance helping the Tibetan orphans, but I feel I must launch iJustTalk and KartraPro first to be truly worthy of that meeting. On top of that, when a lot of you see what's going on there and the wonderful things that are happening, you'll probably donate $1 or $2. And that would make the kids even more spectacular than they already are. And friends, that is the kind of magic that can happen when you have the art of doing favors down pat. When you are an expert generalist and full-time catalyst, these things happen. Using the techniques you'll watch inside of iJustTalk and using the amazing Kartra professionally, taking the Kartra Pro advice, you can learn how. So click now, join and learn, and I'll see you on the inside. We'll find out what's behind the curtain. Looking forward to it. There'll probably another video tomorrow too. Take care. Join up. Click. Are we done? Okay, good. Thanks.